Live interactive Weather Authority coverage, sponsored by Rennie's for your next main adventure, will begin shortly.
Rennie's, a main adventure.
Your live interactive Weather Authority coverage, sponsored by Rennie's, starts right now.
Hey folks, good Thursday evening to you. It's time for the weekend forecast, and we actually have some weather out there tonight as well. So we're going to spend most of this forecast talking about the rain, the wind, the trick-or-treating perhaps, and of course a little bit of the weekend. If you're heading out and about, well, we have a lot happening in the coming days. So hope everybody's having a great Thursday night. Let's jump into it, and we'll start you off with what's happening. Oh, that's not good. We do not have any graphics here. We'll get them. Hang tight. Oh, rats. Hold on. We're going to find some graphics here soon. We've been trying to get some, we've been dealing with some computer issues lately. So thanks for bearing with us over the last, all right, this is going to have to work. All right. We're going to have to use our weather computer, but you get the general idea. What's happening here? We have some heavy rain moving in overnight. 1 to 2 inches of rain should be expected. And we're probably going to be looking at our strongest winds overnight as well. It's an easterly wind that will gust 35 to 45 miles per hour. Let's highlight 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. for our strongest winds. Now, the wind comes from the opposite direction for the trick-or-treat time at about 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the evening on your Friday. It's a southwest wind that will be gusting 30 to 35 miles per hour. But the weather looks pretty good outside of the gusty winds for our trick-or-treating tomorrow night. I'm going to try this one more time to see if I can get the graphics and handle it a little bit better here. Hang tight. It looks like our next, we will break into some sun during the course of the midday and afternoon tomorrow. All right, I'm going to try to see if I can load this in. All right. Well, that's not working. Hang tight, folks. We'll get the graphics back. Share screen. All right. We've had some issues lately on this, and that continues tonight. There we go. All right. We're going to roll with it. Let's take a look at our temperature setup right now. We're still in the 40s over the interior. It's been cool, wet, and raw. At the coastline, we're starting to warm it back into the low 50s, which is good. You know, it's the opposite of what we normally get in the summer, right? The ocean is actually warming us up a little bit, kind of like in the winter time. In the summertime, we have that sea breeze that kicks in and it cools us off. Old Orchard Beach today, we had some pretty big waves. Waves were running generally 6 to 7 feet this afternoon, and they'll continue to rise tomorrow. We'll get some waves probably around 8 to 10 feet along the main coastline. That's about 9 o'clock in the morning. And they'll start to subside a bit going into Saturday. So the waves will be fairly big for our Friday. And that's something to be mindful of. It's not like we're going to the beach this time of year, but I know surfers really like this. Satellite radar shows the rain on our doorstep. We've had a lot of drizzle so far, and the heavier rainfall is coming up through southern New England. What's happening here? We get this area of low pressure, which is back in here. We have a little front right here, and it's grabbing a lot of moisture coming right out of the tropics. So some real heavy rainfall is possible overnight. And I think most areas get 1 to 2 inches of rain. The good news is it's moving. If this was a lot slower, I think we'd be more concerned about some flooding. But 7 a.m., it's already starting to move out. I think the rain ends between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. for most areas, and it ends from south to north. We will break into some sun, sending temps back into the low 60s, and heading out for doing some trick-or-treating. I think the wind will pick up again, but from a different direction. It's out of the southwest to west, and that will be the rule on Saturday as well. A lot of folks are heading out in the woods doing some hunting. It's the first day of hunting season, so if you're sitting in a tree stand on Saturday, just be prepared. It's going to be windy and cooler. 8 o'clock tonight, we have some rain. There it is. It's moving in after the drizzle we've had this afternoon. That's transitioning to plain rain. That's about 2 o'clock in the morning. There's some heavy bursts of rain trying to snake its way through the area. And the back edge of the heavy stuff is exiting between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. You see it right there. Look at the sun. The sun's trying to poke out during the course of the late morning and early afternoon. We should see a little bit of sun warming us up. The prime trick-or-treat hours we'll have temperatures in the upper 40s and low 50s. So don't let those low 60s fool you. It will be quite a bit cooler going into the evening hours there. Going into Saturday, there's that mountain snow we've been talking about. There'll be a couple inches over the higher elevations. And then Saturday, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it's 40s and low 50s, and that's it. So be prepared for gusty winds and cool temps. All right, let's talk about the wind overnight. Strongest wind 2 a.m. to about 6 a.m. overnight. So here we are, 2 o'clock in the morning. We'll get our strongest winds at the coast because the winds are coming in out of the east. Pretty good fetch coming in off the ocean. So we'll get gusts 35 to 45 miles per hour. There probably will be some scattered outages into the pre-dawn hours. And again, strongest winds 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. This is 5 a.m. We're seeing some gusts 40 to 45 miles per hour. Farther inland, it's 25 to 35 miles per hour. So you get inland just a little bit. It's not going to be quite as windy. But I think there will be some outages into the morning tomorrow. Scattered, nothing major. But the wind dies off tomorrow morning. This is about 8:30 in the morning. And then it picks up again, but from a different direction late in the day. So if you're trick-or-treating or maybe taking the kids out doing a little trick-or-treating late in the day, it's a southwest wind, southwest to west. And winds will be gusting 25 to 35 miles per hour. That's about 5 p.m. And it's that westerly wind that will be with us probably all day Saturday. Saturday, we'll get some gusts around 40 miles per hour, I think. So it might even be some more scattered outages Saturday, but at least we'll have the sun. Low 60s tomorrow. Don't let that fool you, as temps will be falling back into the low 50s for the trick-or-treat hours. Saturday and Sunday look bright. We changed the clocks this weekend, so that brightness goes away pretty quickly around 4:45 in the afternoon on Sunday. Getting early with sunsets. I think our next round of showers will be Monday evening and Monday night. There'll be another round of rain in there. And it's a little tricky next week, but there may be a little bit of rain and or mountain snow for late Wednesday and into Wednesday night. So that is a possibility as well. There's your inland forecast. Note the cooler nighttime temps. We're in the 20s for nighttime temps, and daytime highs for the weekend will probably be in the low 50s. So it will be a little bit cooler in there. So again, apologies. We got to use the old weather graphics here to show you, the old weather computer here, show you some of what's happening here. But I do want to show you the forecast that's what I used earlier tonight for the Halloween forecast. And let's see if we can get this pop up. There it is. I always like this one. 4 p.m., 55 degrees. Tomorrow, 6 p.m., 52 degrees. And 49 degrees for about 8 p.m. So again, don't let it fool you. Those low 60s that we get in the afternoon will not be hanging around. All right, folks, that's all we have tonight. Are we talking anywhere near Connor? No, not like 2017 storm. Very, very different. Connor, wind gusts. All right, Connor, wind gusts. We have 35 to 45 mile per hour at the coast, and inland it's probably 25 to 35 miles per hour. It's enough for at least some scattered outages, some leaves still in the trees. I think there will be some in the morning, but it's a wind-driven rain overnight. You may wake up to that. Strongest winds 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. When the snow's going to start, asking for a friend. Hey, Kim, not anytime soon. Mountains will get some snow, but we'll get some snow in November. We average a little bit of snow in November, so it will come around at some point. But yeah, if you were tuning in last night, we had our winter forecast, our winter outlook, and that was kind of fun. But if you want to check that out, you can check it out on Facebook and Twitter. I think it's going to be a cold and snowy winter. That's the way it looks. We'll see what happens, but big temperature swings should be expected this winter. Is it going to freeze overnight tonight, Jim says? Answer to that is no. Temperature will warm into the 50s, so we'll get warmer overnight. Good question. So we're not dealing with any problems there. All right, folks, I think we'll leave it at that tonight, and hope everybody has a nice night, a great weekend, a great Halloween. A lot of active weather, of course, going on. So yeah, we need some rain. We're going to get it. All right. Take care, folks. Have a nice night.
Live, interactive CBS 13 and Fox 23 Weather Authority coverage for your next Maine adventure has been sponsored by Rennie's. Thank you for watching.
Rennie's, a Maine adventure.
Make sure to stay connected with CBS 13 and Fox 23 on air, online, and through these social channels.